Hello everyone and welcome. I'm here to discuss the outcome of the experiment that we conducted certain days ago, where I started training people in PHP and I tried to complete the whole thing in 5 days. First, let me show you what we were able to accomplish. Here is the system that we ultimately made. It was a task manager basically, and here I can register with a user. For example, if I go for my first name, let's say John Doe. Oops. A normal password. Now every validation and all is working. For example, if I try and submit, it'll give me the error that password should match. So let me just match the password, and I would register. User is registered. Now I'll be logging in. The password. I hit on login. You can see the dashboard. I can actually add a task, for example. And I hit add tasks. You can see that we have certain tasks added, and we can repeatedly add different tasks. So you have this task updated in the dashboard as well. And let's say, for example, if I try to log in, if I log out and I paste in the URL, which is basically the dashboard URL, it'll not allow me to go there. So that is there. So login, register, managing the task, all that is covered. In short, we have a complete system which is authenticated as well, covered in this particular thing. And the project structure that we have here is something that is inspired by Laravel. However, the whole project structure is procedure oriented. It's not object oriented. And also what I have done slightly different from Laravel is I have divided the whole thing into several modules. For example, admin, dashboard, login, registered, and then there is a shared module. Oh, we have a Visual Studio Code update. Very good. So shared module where we have header, footer, and navbar. So these are the modules that we have, and it's basically an HMVC sort of an architecture. We cannot completely call it a MVC architecture because it is more of a procedure oriented thing, and we have helpers for different things like database, messages, sessions, and so on. So this is somewhat the application structure, and you can see that in the index.php we are just including the whole file based on the module and submodule. So that is also one thing that is taken care of. So everything happens on the index.php itself. So that is something that we have done. However, this is all procedure oriented. It's not object oriented. And in order to achieve that object oriented nature of this whole thing, we have to spend those 2 to 3 extra days where the student or the learner can actually see the implementation of object-oriented programming and ultimately maybe get close to the Laravel framework itself in development. So obviously this will not be able to be done in 5 days, but we would definitely be able to cover it in those 2 to 3 days extra, where object-oriented programming is also covered. So in all, it may take 8 days, 7 to 8 days in all. And this tweak is for a reason, because the people who come here for this type of a session, this type of a learning to be done, they are generally graduates or maybe people who are looking to get into PHP, who are already aware of what variables are, what loops are, what procedure is, what object-oriented programming is, where they have implemented everything in their college life up till procedures or functions. But implementation of object-oriented programming is something which is a problem. And for the implementation of OOP to get into their heads, we need those 2-3 days extra. So that's it. Like everything up till object-oriented programming can be covered in 5 days, while 2 to 3 days more will be required to cover object-oriented programming as well. So the whole PHP can be definitely done in 7 to 8 days of time. I'm also planning to put this whole course as a tutorial and upload it on my channel. And the new channel that I'm starting is Phytrons, which would be consisting of all the tutorials which pertains of PHP, Angular, and so on. And this would be my first video or a video series that I would be putting in just for that coverage of PHP in 8 days. I'll be putting the link in the description below, and do share it with your friends, and you'd soon see a video that will be coming in on this particular channel. As of now, there are no videos, but this would be my first tutorial series. So that's it for today, guys. Do like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video, and spread the knowledge. Thank you.